Alright. I have my shot. I might use that. I might not for a YouTube thumbnail. We will figure that out later. Yeah, pal. Can't believe you figured that out. Are you sure it was named it was Maya? Oh no. How does that prove anything, piece of shit? Hemoglobins. Hemoglobins, yes. that was quite clear. I look forward to your next evaluation, as should you. Because you seem to be inept. Ooh, yeah, that looked painful. Alright, enough pussyfooting around. Let's do the famous scene. Objection! How could she write the name down when she died instantaneously? You say that the victim, Maya Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. That really what you're saying? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, detective. The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. It's a report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. You're a lying liar who lies. Defense raises a valid point. You're a lying liar who lies. You liar. Objection! When did you obtain that autopsy report? It would be the day after the murder. That autopsy report is outdated! A second autopsy report, yes. They performed a second autopsy. Death was almost immediate. But there's a possibility the victims lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. Unbelievable! So obviously there was time, you idiot baby child. I can't believe you would not know this. Actually, objection, dumbass. Haven't you heard? You absolute failure. Did Gum fucking not tell you? Oh, I love that meme. I love that fucking meme. If you have not seen that meme, I will probably put it in the YouTube description of this video. Updated autopsy report. The detective's a sham. Detective Gumshoe. I can't believe you handed him a wrong report, you little fucking baby idiot child. Here, we're gonna do this instead. I'm just gonna shorten. We're gonna move my camera down here so that we can get better screenshots. I can't believe you fucked this up so badly. It is almost Christmas, except almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. I look forward to slashing your salary, sir. You dumb gumfuck. Let me submit the actual autopsy report, you fucking idiots. Idiot morons. I can't believe you wouldn't have the updated autopsy report. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests that the victim was dead. Can you believe this gumfuck gave Phoenix Wright the wrong report? This poor innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. The witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Miss April May. Witness, your name, please. April May, at your service, Winkifass. I'm not doing that for the rest of it. You get that. You get the one. You get that one. You get that one. Don't you understand, Your Honor? She's hot. Or conventionally hot. The witness will refrain from wanton winking. Wow. Where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred? In my hotel room, tee-hee. I checked in right after lunch. It's the Gatewater Hotel, not the Watergate Hotel. A different one entirely. That's right, big boy. Alright, time for a witness testimony. It was like 9 o'clock at night. I looked out the window, you know? And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was a mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. And the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bit itsy bitsy witsy. This is extremely solid testimony. There could be no possible holes poked into it. I see no reason to continue this trial. We have our killer. It's right here. What about my cross-examination? Firm. Firm. It's very firm testimony. Her cowardly way of poking holes in testimonies that are not actually that rock solid, and in fact, not very reliable. Yes, of course I am, buddy boy. Let's do a cross-examination. I'm gonna press her for everything she's worth. Are you sure you looked out the window? Why'd you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something? I sort of, you know, had a feeling. I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Go for it, bitch! You must have had a reason. I can't. Yeah, stop this poor man from pressing the witness. I can't believe that Phoenix Wright would just insult her like that. Slender, sort of. Well, some people might say pretty if that's your thing. Your thing? Hold it! Well, you know, she had a girlish physique. Definitely, Onyx. Phoenix Wright should be ashamed of himself for his sexist comments against this perfectly innocent lady. Always question. Never assume. Always question. Did you really see the defendant? Somebody tell me because I'm clueless about this, I mean. Yeah, she clearly did nothing wrong. You know what? That's a good point. If you had saw my client, you would say, look at that fucking weirdo in the fucking medium outfit. Not her. She's a very small little child. You would notice that first. No one dresses like that. No one. That is a fair and logical deduction. She was. I saw it, and so did Dick. You mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. Admit nothing from your... Tell me everything about that night. I want to know every sordid detail about your firm testimony. I'll be a good girl and show you my titties. Alright, let's try this again. I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock. The kind of statue clock. The thinker, I think. Well, does that accuracy of that report not startle you? Teehee. Note, earlier, we noticed that they called it a statue, not a clock. Notes that earlier, we had discussed that they're referring to it as a statue, not a clock. And this is where we nail her. Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing. Revealing? Ooh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer? You just said that this statue of a thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. That person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock, too. And he was found guilty of murder. Miss May, can you explain how you know this is a clock?
Objection!
No! Fuck you! This is a good question! As you recall, I've caught a murderer once with these questions. Yay! We get to keep questioning her! You answer the question, dumbass! That's not possible! That's not possible! She's lying! She's a lying liar who lies! She could not have possibly heard the clock because the clock parts were taken out of it! Not a chance! She couldn't have heard it!
Objection!
Well, I'm... Alright, we'll do the other thing then. I mean, she couldn't have heard it because it couldn't have rung. That seems like bullshit to me, but fine. Fine. Okay, the clock parts are missing. Does that mean it's empty? Because there's documents in there. Okay, that's what they meant. That was a little unclear. That was a little unclear. She saw the last case on the news, clearly. Oh no! Which means she couldn't have possibly known it was a clock. Mr. Wright, what does this mean? Therefore, this witness is a lying liar who lies. Fat? He called me fat. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty as you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. Thankfully, we have a... Hold on, let me make sure this record says what I think it says. Yes, yes, it says it, it says it, it says it. It says it. There we go. It says it. Says it. Turnabout is fair play indeed, Xenochrist. I can, in fact, present solid evidence that Edgeworth is a lying piece of garbage. What? You have proof? How fucking dare you present proof in my trial? How fucking dare you do that? Let me turn this down a little bit. Enjoy Baldur's Gate, then. That is a good-ass video game. Game of the year, deserves it. Proof is everything. Well, I was listening, and now I'll show you the proof you like so much. This! That's a very cute cell phone. This is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. Recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. I hope you enjoy watching me play through this game too, because this is one of my favorite detective games. And I know that's weird because this is a game where you're playing as a lawyer, but you're basically a detective, more or less. And we'll talk probably a bit about that as we keep going. The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention! I'm going to cut his salary even more. I feel bad, but not that bad. Probably tell you the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I just take the clockwork out. Sorry. Oopsie doopers. Winky face. It was already gone by the time it's recorded, which means it was before the witness died. So how did you know it was a clock? How did you know? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw the clock before. That also doesn't make any sense. The clock was handmade. Only two of the Thinker exist in the entire world. Shopping for a better excuse. Oh, that's a good line. It's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Excuse is not on sale today? Ah, she's doing her power up. Oh, okay. What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die! This is a court of law. The witness will remain calm. Oh, oh, ho, ho. Silly me. Did I, like, lose it? I guess I did. Little winky face. How did you know the weapon was a clock? I do. I do know how. She heard it? That is correct, Your Honor. And I can show you the proof that she heard it. Let's show the evidence proving that she heard what the clock was. It's a wiretap. I found this in Miss May's room and didn't tell you about it until right now, which is definitely a thing that lawyers can do. What is this, Mr. Wright? Oh no, she's a wiretapper. Overruled. Of course I do. Of course I do. Prove it. We literally... yes, Edgeworth! Yes, we can prove it! You literally just heard the recording! Edgeworth! What the fuck, bro? You literally heard the recording! What are you talking about? Literally the recording! Yes! Where is Carmen Sandiego? Where on earth could she be? Let's hear it again. Something I want you to hold on to for me. It's a clock. It's a clock that's made to look like the Thinker, and it tells you the time. Edgeworth, bro, what are you on about? You use this wiretap to snoop and snoop, and now you're a lying liar who lied about your testimony. Your Honor, this sucks. Your Honor, I object because this makes my case look bad. The defense demands an answer. I need to get this drink. I'll be right back. I'm doing way more talking here than I do in my usual series. So I need more water. Did you tap the phone, lady? Miss May. Aunt May. Shut up, all of you. Shut up. You lawyer! I didn't have a chance to read the rest of that. Sorry. It's no fair, all you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm a bad girl. Is that it? Is that it? Liar. Why the wiretap? Why did you wiretap the phone? You were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. He has a point. I don't like how mean he's being, but he's truthful and honest. And definitely not a misogynist. Do you explain yourself this instant, wench? I think I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you? You're not the first man who's thought that, and of course I can. And will. Way, I say, way. Oh, and I assure you I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. So the killings happened around 9 o'clock at night. Why, that's just when I was getting room service from the sweet bellboy. Room service? Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know? Like normal coffee, but cold. You don't drink quick, and ice melts, and then you have regular cold coffee. Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy. Where does that leave us? It brings me great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder. There's no way I can win this time is made to the murder somehow. Call the bellboy as a witness.
Objection!
I object to calling the bellboy. Prove that I didn't, Prove that I didn't, Edgeworth. Prove it. You know what? You're right. James wouldn't get his salary cut. He would just call the chief and get it fixed out. Because I'm sure the police union in that Sea Village is on point. I'm sure Jenks would not have the gumshoe problem right here. If you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss Staple May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer. Thus, she is innocent. And thereby, you must also set the victim guilty of Miss Maya Fey. That doesn't logically fall. This is the thing that does end up bugging me about this series a lot. Is that accepting that she is not the killer does not logically follow that Miss Maya Fey is the killer. Those are two separate statements that have no bearing whatsoever on each other. That is not how that works. I don't think that works even in Japanese law. Like, I may be wrong about this, but my understanding is that the often cited statistic of 99% of things that go to trial in Japan result in the prosecution winning is largely because the prosecution doesn't go to trial unless they have an ironclad case that they can't possibly lose. And mistakes happen, that's that 1%, but generally the prosecution does not go to a trial unless they are damn sure that the defendant is guilty. Whereas this case is slipshod and like ramshackle and so completely disorganized that I don't think it would even fall a Japanese court under like the slightest scrutiny. That is my condition. Alright, I guess we'll play by these rules, though, because we agreed to them. Except